Hi, dolls. My name is Mary Claire, and as the CEO and founder of Acne Expert Skincare, one of the things that makes my job so fun and meaningful is to hear your personal stories. And today we have with us the beautiful Dominique, who shared her pictures with us on social media. And I was so impressed that I wanted to talk to her personally and see what's working for her and why she decided to give us a try. Welcome, Dominique. It's so nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too. Oh my goodness. I was so excited for this moment.
Me too. Dominique and I met earlier. Before we first recorded, we were like, it's one of those moments. So I just love my job because of this. So thank you. So share with us your acne journey before finding us, Acne Expert Skincare.
Okay, so right now I am 28. And I'm only saying this because this is how long the journey has been. It started in middle school for me, and it was completely different. So at first in middle school, it was my forehead. And so I was like, okay, no big deal, try a few things. So I tried Proactive, like when it was first new and just becoming. And so that worked for a little bit. And then around my menstrual cycle time, I'll always get like bumps here around my chin, but I just thought it's my hormones, it's normal. Well, then it got worse as I went into high school. And so I actually was on birth control for it. And after that, obviously I had clear skin. 10 years down the line, little did I know, when you stop birth control and you don't really prepare your body for it, it's like a rebound happens.
Yes. Woo! Teach the people about that, because we talk about this in the Acne Bible. It's like, this is why birth control is not really the cure. Like it's just a band-aid. And once you stop, your acne comes back with a vengeance, because now your hormones are like, okay, we were asleep, now we're coming back with a vengeance. So it's good to hear it from someone who went through it.
I did. And you know what? Being a nurse, I tell you this, I feel like I let myself down because I didn't educate myself about like birth control and what it does to the body. And it's sucking out so much of your nutrients. And it's like, once your body doesn't have that synthetic hormone that it's used to, it's like, what do I do now? You know, because there's so much hormones that you fed your body that's in your body, and that you like, it's like, what do I do? You know, so I had to educate myself on that. And it's like, so what do I do?
Yeah.
Acne was large and it was inflamed. As you saw, it was like all on my cheeks, and it just became worse every day. And I'm like, so what do I do? Like, you don't get back on birth control. Like, when you were posting about your Acne Bible, or like on your website, like the 7-day like free newsletter or something like that, I was like, I want to know more about this. But it's like, you're skeptical because I've tried Proactive and then like Clinique, and nothing was working. So it's like, do I really want to try something else just to cover it up? And so
I get it.
My fiance actually is the one that pushed me to try your line. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. Because, you know, there's not many products out there that I know of for people of color. Like, I want something that's gonna pertain to my skin and that's gonna help me. Like, it's so different when you have all these people like, this has helped me and that's helped me. And it's just like, yeah, but I've tried that.
Yes.
And so I love that your products are natural and that you use very little active ingredients, because little did I know, the more active ingredients that you use, the drier your skin becomes, and that breaks the barrier and makes your skin even worse.
Yes. Ooh, educate us, Dominique. Educate the people.
So I would do that too. It's like, tea tree oil, use this, use that. And it's like, okay, I am using all of this. And at one point, I was too embarrassed to take photos, and my fiance was like, you don't take pictures with me anymore. And you know, I'm not the person that's gonna openly and say it. It's because of my skin, because he's like, oh, you're beautiful anyway. It's like, thank you, but that's not what I want to hear. I wish I could have took a picture of like how dry my skin was, and how you can tell that I just needed to add more nutrients in my skin. And that's when I started to educate myself. Like, it has to be something more than just what I'm putting on my face. Like, it has to be something in me that I need to correct and to fix. And so I did that. I didn't see a change in my skin. So changing, like you said, my diet, what I'm putting in my body, and stopping dairy, which I thought you were crazy for. I was like, oh, I can't go there.
I know, I've gotten the daggers, I've gotten them.
It's hard, especially when you're like, this is what tastes good, this is what I like. So I educated myself a lot, and it's surrounded around the Acne Bible and what you were saying, because like, okay, she's been there and done that, she's learned about it, and now she has this acne line that I love. And so now it's like, let me just do it, like whatever I'm doing has not been working, let me just do it. And so when I started to see a difference, I was like, dang, I'm gonna keep going. Don't change it. So it's like facial products evolve and they start changing and adding things into it. And I'm like, this is not that. Let me not, have that bias against that. And so every product you put out, I'll tell you now, I've gotten it. Even when you put out the disinfecting pads and like the eye serum, I was on it. I was like, I was just thinking about that. Let me just do it, because it's like, I love all the products and that they're natural and that it's actually good for your skin, and not only taking stuff out, but you're giving people like a doorway to put more nutrients back into their skin and more into their skin, because I feel like people forget that even though you have oily skin, that's still a sign that something is missing,
You still have to hydrate. You really do. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like people with oil skin think like, I just need to strip it all the time. It's like, no, you need serums. That's why I am big on serums, like drenching serum, daily C serum, becoming moisture gel. Like this is why I introduced all these, like I call them water rich serums, to just really give hydration to the skin. Wow. So we have your fiance to thank for having you start, for convincing you to start.
He pushes me to do a lot, and that was one of the things that I was like, okay, I'm glad you pushed me to do this, because now I can take pictures and I can be excited about my skin. I was down for a long time. Like this started for me last October.
Wow. So did you tell him about us and he said you should try it, or did he find us first and then told you about it?
I started following you on Instagram and I stalked your page almost every day.
I hear that a lot.
Because it's like, you want to get familiar with the products and the person, and then you want to see stories and testimonies, because that's how people get intrigued, And so I kept talking about it. And the last line that I tried, I literally would spend almost $300 every time I went. And so I'm like, wow, that, And so last Christmas, I think, he finally just did it. And he's like, you're talking about it. I can tell you want to do it. I'm just going to get you started. And I was like, okay, we're just going to do it, because he took the time to do this. That was something I wanted to do, but I was just too scared to take that leap, because I had tried things. And I'm like, I just want to do something different,
Wow. Best gift ever. I can't think
Yes, it was.
What's his name?
James. His name is James.
James, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Sometimes it takes a village, and he's the village.
Yes,
thank you, James. Thank you.
True.
Thank you. That is amazing. So is there like a biggest takeaway from the Acne Bible that you want to share with us, or was it dairy for you? What was it?
You know what? It wasn't only dairy. It was completely changing how I was eating and what I was putting in my body. I feel like people focus too much on the surface of their face and not what they're putting in their bodies, because what we put in our gut is going to reflect on our skin, no matter how we.
That's right.
And so that really helped me. Like, you dig a lot into what you're putting in your body, even when it comes to just like the vitamins, DIM, that really stood out to me, because you were the first person that said anything about DIM, and I'm like, okay, but what is really, so just looking into those things. And even like oils, there's one oil, I can't remember what it is, but you talk about how it's bad for you, and that was what I was using the most of.
Really?
Were literally on my list, like from A to Z, and I was like, okay.
Amazing. Yeah, because when you don't know, you don't know. And then you'll be like, but everybody is using shea butter and olive
Yep.
oil and
Yep.
doing the coconut oil double cleanse, and
Uh-huh.
their skin look beautiful, but mine does not. Yeah. When you're acne prone, there is so much more,
Mhm.
than just following what everybody else is doing. So
Very true.
I am glad that helped. And do you have a favorite product from the line that you really love? Do you have a
Oh
favorite?
my gosh. If I could choose one thing, it's the acne calming mask. I cannot wait to get home and slap that thing on because I know the bump is about to be gone when I wake up.
That is great. I love using it too. Like sometimes we walk around here, my husband, my brother, we'll have our acne mask depending,
Uh-huh.
like I'll have it on my forehead, he'll have it on his cheeks. And I am glad to hear that it's one
Mhm.
of your favorite. Do you use it as a full face mask as well?
Oh yeah. Everything like spot, even after I do like a full mask, I still use it as a spot treatment. I was like, nope, this one has to go. I'm so used to things like burning. Like I kind of got used to that and I did not know that's not what's supposed to happen. And that calming mask
Mhm.
literally feels so soothing when I put it on. I'm like, I'm sure I could use this like 4 or 5 times a week.
You could. I do. When I'm breaking out majorly, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have to do the mask every day
Mhm.
until the breakouts go away. So I
Mhm.
am glad to hear. I thought you were gonna say the daily C serum, but it's good to hear, what my customers love. So it's
Mhm.
definitely one of my favorites too. And I know what you're gonna say, but how has life changed now that you're not so preoccupied with your pimples and
You know
your
what?
skin is better?
I'm a lot happier. I
Yeah.
take pride in my skin just because that's the one thing, that we look at first when we see in the mirror and it's like, you're beautiful, even though we shouldn't always do that. That's something that I do. And so when I'm like, I don't like this is how it makes me feel. And I'm constantly looking at it because I'm always in the mirror. I'll just tell you now, I'm always in the mirror. I felt like I was doing something wrong. Like, how
Hmm.
why isn't it changing? Like acne is always going to be a stage, but in that time when it's happening, it's hard to adjust and to accept it in that stage because it's like I just want it to be gone. Like no one else is dealing with this right now. Like why am I dealing with it? So I think that's something I've had to
Yeah.
learn and that I just feel better about. So now I don't have a problem taking a picture and I don't have
Yeah.
a going out. Like I used to hide from people at the beginning of this.
Dominique, I've seen your before pictures and I will insert them here somewhere. I mean, your skin was so congested, and I'm looking at you now. I mean,
Oh my goodness. Now
we
I'm just like
always say,
my
like,
feet
what?
like it's barely like
Yeah.
anything. Like now when I get a pimple, I'm like, oh, it's not gonna
Yes.
work. But before I was just like, this
You
is never
were
happening to me.
covered. I saw your pictures, like completely congested, inflamed acne. So
It's bad,
kudos to
and
you for just,
I even tried to use my hands and that became tender to me too. Because at first I was using a brush. That's another thing you said, is to stop using a brush.
stop using the brush. Listen to me. Stop using the brush if you have inflamed acne, because as you can see now, it was making your acne worse. It was
Mhm.
just spreading it all over. Yeah.
And it's
Wow.
hard having
No,
to break,
you've,
like you're like, no, there's no way. Like that's the only thing that's gonna get my products in my skin, like to really soak it up. But I did see a
yeah.
difference. Like I tried it once my skin started to clear up. I did see a difference because I tried it one
Yeah.
time and that's all it took. And I was like, okay, it is the brush. So it's time to get rid of it.
Yes, yeah. It's the unlearning of everything, and that takes time because you've been doing it for so long. It's like, God, another thing that you have to
Yep.
unlearn. So, yeah, I mean, kudos to you. Your skin, it's night and day, night and day. I'm so,
It
so
is.
happy
Oh
for
goodness.
you. Yeah, yeah, I'm so happy for you. What advice, Dominique, do you have for anyone who was in your shoes, like who's battling acne and is trying everything out there, and they're not seeing a difference?
I would definitely say take a second look at your hormones. I know it is a lot. Like I had to swallow
Yeah.
the big pill, but to be honest, as a nurse, I would rather fix it now than continue to like put antibiotics in my system to try to clear it up and to make things worse. Because obviously, if we start on one medication, it's going to lead to another thing and it's going to lead to
Mm,
another thing. And even
mm.
though I am a nurse, I do not like medications. And so for me, it's always the most natural pathway. Like I want to do
Yes.
whatever I can not to put more in my body to make it worse. So that is one thing I did do first was address my hormones. And then I address, okay, how can I naturally fix them or start to fix them? Which is just
Mm-hmm.
natural food, like overloading your body with natural food and then take out those dairy
Tell
those
them.
dairy things that you eat, or like just things on your list that you have that triggers your acne. Because clearly, me eating it, I'm still getting the same results. So it wasn't until I made those changes about what I was putting in my
Yeah.
body that I saw a difference. And now I'm like, okay, not going back. Like I found so many dairy substitutes and everything. And it's like, okay, there's no need to go
Yeah.
back. Like, I'll have ice cream or something every now and again, but it's nowhere near
Yeah.
what it used to be, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, you've said something because I see, I mean, we get tons of emails from customers, potential customers say, I've been on antibiotics for a year. That's
Mhm.
mind blowing to me because I'm like, wow, it's literally destroying your gut. Then it's going to lead to
Mhm.
something else like Crohn's
Mhm.
disease or IBS. And then now you're going to have to take another medication to
Yep.
help with that
Uh-huh.
rather than figuring out, like you said, naturally what's causing that in taking
Mhm.
care, like you said, taking care of your insides. And this will definitely show up on the outside.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's great
for
advice. That's,
sure. And I think that people forget that we have another immune system in our gut. Like if we don't have the good guys there, what do you think is
yep.
gonna happen?
Exactly. That is it. Like I always say, healthy gut, healthy skin, healthy gut,
Hmm.
healthy skin. That
That
is
is the truth.
definitely
That is
true.
something I will forever hold on to because it's the truth.
Yep.
You know, if
It
we're
is the
feeding our
truth.
gut crap, that's
Yep.
when like not even just our skin, but you have no energy to do anything. Like
No. Yeah.
everything would
You're
affect, but
that's
mostly your
that's where yeah, definitely. Taking care of your gut is so, 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 so important.
skin.
So important. That is great advice. Well, it's the end already. I am so honored that you said yes and you
Of course.
decided to
I will
join me.
always say yes.
I,
Glad that you wanted
oh,
to.
of course, when I saw your pictures and your note was so kind, like on the Facebook, I mean, I go on there once in a while to see what people are posting.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw your note, I was like, "Oh my God, she's so nice. I want to meet her. I want to." Anytime someone takes, precious time out of their day to just leave us a review and pour their heart out, I'm like, "Who is this woman? I want to talk to her." So I'm so grateful for you. I'm so thankful. I appreciate your support and your kindness. I
Or
appreciate James for pushing you. Thank you, James.
I have to tell him you
And
go.
you will. And I'm excited. I hope that one day you come to California and you look me up and
Oh my gosh,
we get
I
that
will.
hug and
As soon as this
that would be
pandemic is
so.
over, I am out of here.
That's it. Oh, that's it. We're gonna meet. We're gonna do cocktails. We're doing this. We're
Yes,
doing
you are.
this.
I'm on it.
All right, Dominique. Thank you so much. I'm
Thank
sending you
you.
so, so much love. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, love. Okay, bye.
Bye.